There is a death that happens before healing, not of the body, but of something far more stubborn. The ego dies first, and only then does real healing begin. I want to talk to you about this, because I think you've felt it too, that war inside. Between the part of you that wants to protect itself and the part of you that just wants to love freely, without armor, without fear. I know what it's like to hold pain in one hand and love in the other, and choose love anyway. Not because it's easy, not because it doesn't hurt, but because somewhere beneath all the noise, I believe that's what we're here for. You see, the ego doesn't want you to heal. The ego wants you to win. It wants you to be right, to be protected, to never be vulnerable again after being hurt. It whispers things like, guard your heart and don't let them see you bleed. It convinces you that strength means never needing anyone. That love is weakness dressed up in pretty words. But I've learned something the hard way. True strength isn't the absence of feeling. It's choosing to feel everything, fully, and still showing up with an open heart. When I think of you, I don't think of the arguments, the misunderstandings, the moments where pride got in the way of peace. I think of the quiet at the end of the noise, the version of you that exists underneath all your defenses, the one who just wants to be understood, held, and loved without conditions. I see that version of you. I've always seen her, and maybe that's why I can't approach love the way the world tells me to. The world says protect yourself first. Build walls. Keep score. But I refuse to let my heart turn into something calculating. Something that measures out affection like it's a finite resource I might run out of. I'd rather feel too much than feel nothing at all. Healing, actual healing, doesn't come from avoiding pain. It comes from facing it, from letting the parts of you that were built on fear and pride slowly fall away, till what's left is just you, raw, real, unguarded you. The you that existed before the world taught you to be afraid of being hurt again. I think about how much we resist that process. How we'd rather stay comfortable in our wounds than risk the vulnerability of actually getting better. Because healing asks something of us. It asks us to let go of the identity we've built around our pain. And the ego clings to that identity like it's the only thing keeping us standing. But it's not. What's keeping you standing is something deeper than the ego ever was. When I love, I don't love carefully. I don't love with one foot out the door, ready to run the second things get difficult. I love the way the ocean meets the shore completely, again and again, even knowing it will be pulled back, even knowing the tide changes. Because that's what love does. It keeps showing up. I've never wanted to win against you. I've never wanted to be right at the cost of being close to you. What I've wanted, what I still want, is to understand you. Not just your words, but the silence underneath them. Not just your smile, the things you don't say out loud. There's a kind of patience that the world doesn't talk about enough. The patience of loving someone without demanding they hurry up and heal. Without demanding they perform certainty they don't feel yet. I have that patience for you. I always have. So when I say healing comes at the death of ego, I mean this. The moment we stop trying to protect ourselves from each other. That's the moment we actually start to meet. Not as opponents. Not as two people keeping tally of who hurt who. Just as two souls, tired of fighting, finally choosing softness over self-preservation. I don't need you to be perfect. I don't need you to have it all figured out. I just need you to know that somewhere out here, there's a heart that chose to stay open for you. Not out of obligation, but out of something quieter, steadier. Something that never asked to be loved back in order to keep loving. That's the part of me the ego could never touch.